Hello, I'm Eric Singer, Gazette.com, and this is Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Everything that is your definitive source when it comes to your team, the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. And joining me as always, Coach Steve Trittschuh. Thank you so much, sir. All right, before we go forward, we got to go past. Talk about the two games that you played. First, let's talk about cup action against the Rapids in the Rapids.
Yeah, I mean, going into it, we talked about it, how we wanted to play, and I told the guys, let's just go have fun. There's no expectations on us. I want you guys to enjoy yourself and you get in the moment and go out there and play. And first 20, 25 minutes, we were actually doing well. I mean, they possessed the ball a bit. You could always tell when teams play against us, when they get frustrated, they start hitting long balls, and that's what the Rapids were doing. And we were winning it. And about 25 minutes in, we opened up a little bit, and we just weren't on the same page, and they got a goal on it. And then the second goal, off a restart, which we lost focus a little bit. So down 2-0 at half, and then came out, in the second half and actually started playing well. We created some chances, and then had a red card at about the 60th minute. So Josh Phillips went in hard on the tackle, and probably 6 out of 10 referees are going to call that as a red card. And we're playing down a man, and actually we created a little bit more chances. Right. They got another goal, 3-0. We still kept playing. The guys didn't let down, and I was really happy with them. Got a goal back, made it 3-1, and then unfortunately gave up another one. But all in all, we took a lot of positives out of the game, and we look forward to that next game. We get to play against them. You never know. So I mean, it's always going to be fun playing against them, and I think it was entertaining for the crowd. We had a good group of people come down on a bus, and they were cheering us on, and the guys fed off that.
What did you take away? What did you learn from that game that you then springboarded into St. Louis?
Well, what I told the guys is on that next level, you can't lose focus for even a minute. And that's what happened. We lost shape a little bit, and we got stretched a little bit, and they found an opening, and they scored a goal. And same thing on the restart. Rebounding and going back to St. Louis, we did well, and that's probably one of our most full games that we've played.
All right, let's go to the highlights so we can take a look at that full game. And I was listening to it, of course, on Gazette.com. It was wonderful, Ronnie Argueda's goal. I don't want to jumpstart anything, but we're going to be looking at it in just a few moments. And the one thing I took away from that was concentration. The St. Louis announcers were focusing on concentration, and shots on goal. You were on the offense.
Yeah. I mean, these guys, were playing very well, solidly defensively, but then we're going forward really well. We created a ton of chances. Ronnie scored a great goal. I can't say anything more about him. He's been one of the most consistent players, sitting in front of the back four, cleaning things up, and now he's scoring goals. And we created a lot more chances, and that's the only thing that taken away from this game that I didn't think we did well is putting the team away. Because if we can put this team away early, then we're not struggling at the very end, on restarts or putting balls in the box and trying to get a goal there. So, but all in all, it was a very solid effort.
And the announcers once again were saying you are always on the offense, really pushing the St. Louis team. Describe what's going on here on the highlights.
Well, I mean, we did have some good possession, and we moved the ball very well. We moved side to side, trying to open up their defense, and we caught them a bunch of times, especially on in transition on the break. And so, Marty Maven, he played a very good game. I mean, he played in place of Aaron King this game, and he created himself a bunch of chances and should have probably scored a few goals. But all in all, it was a great effort. Especially on the road. We're winning at home, but now to go on the road and get 3 points, it was great.
And right now, how are you feeling as you sit up atop the standings?
Well, we're almost there. When we play Wednesday against Orange County, if we win that game, then we really are on top of the league. So we're very close, and for this on Wednesday when we play Orange County, it'll be our 14th game, which is halfway through the season. So I told the guys at training, I mean, if we can get another win Wednesday, we've won undefeated in the month of June in our league, and great month for us.
Right. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick timeout. We're going to be talking to Marty in just a few moments. Marty Maven, Coach was just talking about him just a few moments ago. Quick timeout, and we'll be back with Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, your source for everything that is the Switchbacks.
Doing what we do for a living, we have to give that extra mile, even when you think you can't. Because not only are we taking care of people, but we're taking care of ourselves. At Centura, it is a culture of health. And as a group, we've brought that to the forefront to demonstrate to patients.
See Juliana's inspiring story at CenturaConnected.org.
Hello, I'm Eric Singer. Welcome back to Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, your source for everything that is the Switchbacks. And joining me now is one of the players, one of your favorite players, of course, Marty Mabin. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Now, on previous shows that we've had, I did have you on the road. We talked a little bit about it. And let's learn a little bit about you. I know you went to Regis, correct?
Correct, yeah. I was born and raised in Northern Ireland, a small town outside of Belfast. And I came over here in 2010 to Regis University and played there. I was there for 5 years. I redshirted my first year. And then I was fortunate enough to be involved with Coach Steve. And then that's how I got here to the Switchbacks, and it's been one of the best decisions I've made.
Speaking of that best decision that you made, what have you learned about yourself and as a player for the Switchbacks?
I mean, I've just learned, especially from the older guys, that you can get better every single day, as long as you bring the intensity. But that's the biggest thing we try and do. We try and be intense every day, get better, get our other players better as well.
Now, let's talk about that intensity and getting better every single day. We'll go to the highlights from the recent game so you get a feel for. Coach Steve was talking up your praises, saying you had a good game. Let's learn a little bit about that. Go ahead and go to the highlights and explain to me what's going on here and as you're watching it.
Okay. I mean, this game, like every other one, we try and come out, it's in the first 10 minutes, so we're trying to pressure, and we were coming down to lower altitude. You're well aware of how much altitude affects. So we try and put them under as much pressure as we can, and then that will lead to them playing direct. That's what we do. We force teams to eventually start playing direct so the game will open up, and then that's our advantage. We have a really good balance between more experienced guys, and I didn't want to say old because Luke would have shouted at me, but more experienced guys and then younger guys too, so that we're young, we're athletic, we're experienced, we've got everything that we need to play the way we want to play.
And playing the way you want to play, when you're watching this, Coach Steve was singing your praises and the team's praises, you know, that 1-0 Ronnie Argueta scoring the goal, but maybe taking you to that next level. How do you get to that next level as far as intensity?
You just got to work every single day, and Ronnie deserves that goal more than anybody else. He's training in the morning, going to our training in the afternoon, and then maybe going to Villa again later on to do stretching and whatnot. He prepares very, very well, and I was so happy to see him get the goal and get the game winner.
All right, Wednesday the 24th, home cooking is always great, Sand Creek Stadium. So tell me and tell the fans why it's important for them to be there and how you really feed off the fans' energy.
Well, the fans themselves, and I'm sure they know, as we've been getting better, so have the fans, and that's exactly what we wanted. And Orange County, when we played them away, I feel like we kind of threw the game away. They're a good team, but we made their chances, we made their goals easy for them. And so we just want the fans to come out and keep doing what they've been doing and help us get revenge on Orange County and get to the top of the league.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Marty, for being here. And, of course, that was Marty Mabin, of course, one of your favorite players of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. And we're going to be back with Coach Steve to talk about that upcoming game. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, your source for everything that is the Switchbacks. Hello, I'm Eric Singer, your host for Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, your source for everything that is about the Switchbacks. And joining me again, of course, Coach Steve Trittschuh, head coach of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. All right, we've focused behind, now let's focus ahead. Wednesday the 24th, Sand Creek Stadium, great game coming up, Orange County. Let's focus on them.
Well, yeah. You know, when we played there a few weeks ago, I thought that was the one game that I thought we really gifted them 3 goals, and we played better than the score. And so, you know, we've got to get on top of them early. They've lost actually 5 games in a row. And so, you know, coming in here, especially coming into altitude, we got to get after them quick. And so if we can put them down, keep them down, and then hopefully we'll get another 3 points.
All right, so you played them before, you're watching the highlights. What are you seeing with them that you can capitalize on?
Well, one thing is they keep changing their lineup. So, I mean, you know, they don't have the consistency like we do on our team. So, you know, really coming into Wednesday, I'm not sure who's going to play. I mean, they do have some special players, though. They have the number 11 Schleger that plays on the side. The Crettenden, he plays in the middle, which he's a very good midfielder. So, you know, we've got to take it to him. And like I said, this game in Orange County a few weeks ago, we really gifted them 3 goals. I mean, one was off a restart, 2 were off bad mistakes defensively, but on the other side of that, we played really well. I mean, we created a lot of chances. We came back from being down a goal and we tied it up. But you know, giving up bad goals, which we haven't done in the last few games. So I mean, we've got to keep going and get on top of these guys early.
What focus have you had since St. Louis since this past weekend?
Really, it's just managing legs, you know, because this is another game within, you know, 3 games within a week here for us, and it's really just about getting their legs under them, keeping them sharp, and having them have energy for the Wednesday game. So, you know, there hasn't been a whole lot of tactical training in as we've been going, but you know, it's really about managing legs and just keeping their mind into it.
Keeping their mind into it. I mean, do you have some kind of drills that they do mentally, or perhaps on the field, or something to really keep them in the game?
Yeah, well, you know what? With these guys, I really don't have to. They're always focused. They're all, like Marty was saying earlier. You know, our trainings are very intense, and sometimes I gotta have them chill out a little bit because it is too intense. But you know, these guys are focused, and like I said before, if we can get another 3 points out of this win, we'll go straight to the top of our in our division, and really I think we'll be second in the whole league with the amount of points we have. So, you know, for our first team and first year in the league, I think we're doing a great job.
And we've talked about this before. The mantra for this year for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks is believe. Yeah. And the guys are buying into it. Yeah. The Trailhead fans are buying into it. I think everyone and across the league, they're seeing that same mantra, that same focus.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're starting to get attention by the league, and you know, the people, you need to come out and watch these guys. It's a good, exciting team, and you know, we've got a blend of experience with youth and, you know, guys that just are hungry to win. And if I can keep that hunger in them, you know, we're only halfway through the season. Now, that second half of the season, keep that there, we're going to be great.
How does that make you personally feel as head coach to be able to see that growth from day one to where they are now?
No, it's been great. And, you know, going into it, when I started putting the team together, knowing the players that I know, and, you know, getting information from coaches that are sending me these players, you know, I thought I had the right team. But, you know, at the beginning of the season, you just never know. I mean, it takes some time, but these guys are starting to blend together, and I can't be more happier.
All right, right now is your opportunity to be able to talk to the fans, to get them motivated to go to this game. And, you know, if you've never been to a Switchbacks game, and I've been to them, they're wonderful. Exciting. The field is great. Everything is optimum to be able to watch great soccer here.
Oh, it's great. And we're playing a great brand of soccer, too. It's high intensity. It's fast at times. And actually, the teams that come in here are quality teams, too. And so this is a good level of soccer. So you need to come out, hey, 7 o'clock Wednesday, come on out, see Orange County Blues versus the Switchbacks, and come support us and watch a great game.
All right, thank you very much, Coach Steve, as always. And, of course, great luck to you and your team. And definitely, you need to be there, Trailhead fans. Colorado Springs Switchbacks, 7 p.m. Wednesday. It's going to be a great game. Home cooking is always awesome.
That's great, yeah.
7 p.m., be there. And, of course, we'll have a wrap-up of the entire game and what happened and what we've learned from it coming up in next week's show. With Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, I'm your host, Eric Singer, Gazette.com. Great luck to the Switchbacks. We'll see you next week.